Welcome to an Alphabet of Fairy and the letter E. In this snippet of folklore, we will look at the Ellefolk, the Erdluitle and the Ellyllon. The Ellefolk are fairy creatures that live in Denmark, on the moorlands, by the rivers, in the marshlands and under the hollow hills. It is these fairy folk who keep their beautiful gardens in the mosses that border the forests. Sometimes humans have managed to catch a glimpse of their realms, but instantly it vanishes, never to be seen again. Ellefolk are happy to be around in both day and at night, and can pass through all the elements easily: fire, earth, water and air. They can also pass through wood and stone. They can even ride sunbeams, which they use to enter human houses through unblocked keyholes, and will steal human food if it is left unprotected. Female Ellefolk are roughly 4 foot or 1.2 meters tall, ever youthful and beautiful, with long golden hair. And yet they can be recognized by their long drooping breasts, cow-like tails and hollow backs. Male Ellefolk are shorter. They look like wizened old men and are known to wear low caps upon their heads. Ellefolk are seers. They can see into the future, and they guard ancient secrets and knowledge. Female Ellefolk are seducers of young human men, a common theme in fairy lore. They are said to dance under the moonlight, weaving enchantment into their step, and they will play beguiling fairy music on stringed instruments. All fairy music is dangerous, and the music of the Ellefolk is no exception. To hear only a few notes of it will drive a young man from his senses, obsessed with that Ellefolk woman. Should he refuse to join her dancing and avoid the temptation, she will curse him with sickness. Should a human man by chance see an Ellefolk woman through the knot in a tree, all memory of his family, his wife, his lover, even his children will be gone. That human man will follow the Ellefolk woman blindly. If a human woman should see by chance a male Ellefolk at rest upon the moorlands, she will be taken with them into the other world of the Faeries. Male Ellefolk are known to have a breath that causes pestilence. Should cattle feed upon the earth where one has spat, the cattle will be struck down by illness and disease. However, there is a way for farmers to avoid the problem, especially should they need to graze their cattle near or on fairy mounds. They must always ask permission of the Ellefolk first, and stop their human-raised cattle from mixing with the Ellefolk's own herds of large blue beasts. These fairy cattle are said to survive only on the sparkling dew that gathers on the fields in morning. Erdluitle, or Earthfolk, are fairy folk found in Switzerland and northern Italy, living in the mountains there, in caves beneath the ground, or underneath standing stones. They are nature fairy folk, commanding great power over the land and the waters. They are even known to have caused floods, storms, and sometimes avalanche. However, they are also protective of the animals that live in this area, be they wild animals or those living on the farms. They are also bringers of fertility, dancing in the fields, dancing their magic spells. The Erdluitle milk the chamois that live in the mountains and use the creamy milk to make cheese, and this they eat along with roots they find, peas, berries and pork. All in all, these are generous and friendly fairies to the humans and will even give advice on farming, such as when to sow seeds and plant. Another thing they are wont to do is turn leaves into gold or precious gemstones. However, there is a negative note. They are also known to take human babies and leave changelings in their places. Erdluitle are small, roughly 30 to 90 centimetres tall or 18 inches to 3 foot. They are swarthy fellows, skins the colour of the earth, and very, very dark hair that turns white as they age. Some are said to have animal ears. All Erdluitle have feet that look like those of ducks. However, despite this, they cannot swim if they get caught in the water. These fairy folk wear long smocks and cloaks in order to hide their strange-looking feet. The Ellyllon are tiny fairies from Wales and Cornwall in the United Kingdom. These creatures are so small they are said to wear the flowers of foxgloves as their mittens, and they ride around in eggshells. It is these fairies that are ruled by Queen Mab, the fairy queen spoken of by Shakespeare, living in their fairy dells, small valleys, woodland hollows or inland lakes. They eat a produce known as fairy butter, a substance that is found in lead mines and sometimes in the crevices of rocks. They also eat what we accept as fairy food, such as mushrooms, berries and such like. There was once a man in Glamorganshire in Wales called Rowley Pugh, known far and wide as an unlucky fellow, who met an Ellyll. Things went from bad to worse for poor Rowley. Everything he did went wrong. In desperation, he decided to pack up everything he owned and move to another country. And it was while he sat musing upon this that he noticed a small man approach him. This little man spoke to Rowley, telling him he knew his plans of leaving the country and all about Rowley's bad luck. But he needn't leave or struggle from now on. Rowley must ask his wife Catty to leave a candle burning before going to bed and speak no more about it. And at that the Ellyll disappeared. Rowley told his wife everything, and every night before bed she would sweep the hearth and leave a candle lit as instructed. While all the household slept soundly, the Ellyllon would appear and do all of Catty's housework, all the washing and mending, the brewing and baking. And for Rowley, his cattle and pigs grew fat and happy. His crops were full, his land was fertile, things went from better to best with the help of the fairies. And that was until the day that Catty's curiosity got the better of her. One night she hid herself to see the fairies. They appeared and carried on their work manically, laughing, dancing and singing. Catty just could not help herself. She laughed too, and at that very second the fairies took fright and they disappeared, never to visit the house again. However, things were not so bad for Catty and Rowley, as over the years they had done so well financially that they never struggled a day in their lives. I hope you enjoyed this time's telling of tales. Take care, brightest of blessings, and remember, don't play with the fairy folk, or you may end up in one of my folk tales yourself.